The name of today's story is The Not So Smart Brahmin. Okay?
Brahmin?
Brahmin is a caste system where they're like high class people, like in India. So they have the Brahmins, they have like the warriors, then they have the merchants, and then they have the slaves. So the Brahmins are the highest class in India. So they're like the high class people, right? So once upon a time, a long time ago, there was a Brahmin who had a special power. When all the planets and the stars are in the same line, he can do a special chanting verse. Then the sky is going to rain the 7 treasures. Gold will fall from the sky, silver, bronze, and all the crystals and diamonds will fall from the sky, and like all this wealth. And he trained this for a long time. So every year, when the sun and the moon and all the stars get in the same line, and he does the magic chanting, this comes down from the sky. Now, he had a student who couldn't do it either, but he was the helper to the Brahmin, okay? So one day they were walking along, and they tried to cross the park, like the forest. And they found a bunch of bandits. Now these bandits were called the ransomers, because what they'll do is they'll capture Aim and Abby, right? They'll always capture 2 people. Then they will let one of them go to get the ransom to free the other. So in this case, they would say, Abby, go home and get money to pay for Aim's ransom. If you don't, we'll kill Aim. And Abby would run home, get as much money as she can, come back, give them the money, and then they'll free Aim. Well, this Brahmin and his student got captured by the ransomers, the bandits, right? And they were talking, and they were like, okay, you have to pay us a ransom. One of you gets free, one of you stays here. Which one is gonna go? Well, the student says, I will go get the money for my master. So, master, wait here. But he looked at the sky, and this student was very smart. So he looked at the sky and he realized that in about 1 or 2 days, all the stars are going to align. So that means the special power can work. But he knew his master. He said to his master, Master, I will get the money for us. You stay here. Don't do anything bad. Don't do anything stupid. Just stay here, okay? But I warn you, no matter what happens, do not do the special chanting when the stars align. Remember, do not do it. If you do it, bad things will happen to us. And the master's like, oh, be quiet. I'm master. I know everything. Get away. Just take care of it. Come back and get my ransom. So the boy went out and got the ransom. But while he was getting it, it takes like 3 or 4 days, right? The master's sitting there and he says, he was tired, he was bored, and he said to the bandits, Bandits, what is it that you guys want? They're like, we want money, of course. He's like, well, if you want money, I can give you money. Why would I? And he thought to himself, why would I stay here and suffer when there's such an easy way out of this situation, right? Just give them money and then you'll get freed. He was thinking we'll see later if this was a smart thought or not, okay? So the bandit says, well, whatever you say, just give us the money. He's like, okay, take me to a special spot. They took him to a special spot. He looked at the stars. He waited for the right time. Then he started doing his chanting. And all the stars opened and all the money flowed from the sky. Oh, the bandits were so happy. They grabbed all the bags. They got all their money. They were like so happy. They were so rich, like 1,000 bags of gold and money. And they're like, okay, we're going to move on. He's like, okay, well then let me go, right? You got all the money. Let me go. They're like, are you crazy? Why would we let you go? You are the creator of free money. You're coming with us. He's like, no, you promised. They're like, we don't care. We're taking you. So they took him and they started walking. And this was a group of bandits. The ransomers had 500 people, right? Now they're carrying all the money and they have the Brahmin in the back, right? As they were walking, they met another team of bandits led by a strong, powerful bandit named Tia. Now, Tia was the leader of 1,000 bandits. So what happened was the group of bandits met Tia, and Tia says, stop. You're holding all this money. I want it. And they said, no, this is our money. They're like, no, give me your money. I'm robbing the robbers. And they were like, no, how about this? We'll give you the guy who can make you free money. Tia, he can make the stars open and give you free money, Tia. Will you take him? Tia was like, okay. So Tia took the Brahmin instead. But then Tia said to him, hey, I heard you can do magic. Do it. Give us money. He's like, I will. But Tia, we have to wait next year because the stars moved already, so it's not aligned. So I can't do it yet. But if you wait next year, I'll do it for you for sure, Tia, I promise. Tia's like, you lying. So Tia got so mad, she took a sword and cut him in half, and the Brahmin died. But then Tia still wants money, right? So she went after the first 500 and killed them all, and they fought, and she took all the money. So now they fought, and Tia's group of 1,000, because they fought, they only have 500 left. So 500 people died while they were fighting for the money. Then, after there's 500 left, they're like, okay, we can have the money now. But they got greedy. So the 500 broke into two groups of 250, and the 250 fought each other. And then 250 died. Then the 250 left, broke into two groups of 125, fought each other, and died. And this kept happening because everybody wanted the money for themselves. So the group kept fighting and killing, until there was 2 people left. These 2 people then said, you know what? Let's not fight. We'll split the money. There's millions of dollars here. We'll split it. But both of them had what? Greed on their mind. So one guy says, I'm so hungry. I'll go to town and get us food. And the guy's like, yeah, go. I'll stay here and watch the money. And so he was staying there to watch the money. The other guy went to town and got food, but he thought, you know what? There's such an easy way for me to get all the money. Just kill him. So he put poison in the food. And he took the food back and said, here, have some good food. And the guy ate the food and he was so happy. But he thought, why would I share the money with you? So he killed the guy. But after he killed the guy, he died from the poison. So now they're both lying dead. And the money is just on the floor. Guess what? It's time for the student to come save the master, right? So the student comes back with the ransom, walks to the original place and is like, where is everyone? No one's here. And they see all these dead bodies on the floor. He's like, oh no, my teacher is stupid. He must have did the magic chanting and then something bad happened. So he traced everything back until he found the money. And he says, okay, well, I'll take this money now. But he was smart. He took the money and he buried it and he hid it. And he only took out a little bit at a time so that he could spend it on his life. Because he knew that if anyone found out he had all this money, they would come after him, right? So he lived very simple and he used some of the money to give charity, and he never used all the money. He just lived very smart and simple. So let me ask you, the Brahmin who had the magic powers, did the magic powers help him or hurt him?
Kill him.
No, the magic power did not kill him. What killed him? Greed. Other people's greed ended up killing him. But what did the Brahmin do wrong?
Not listen to his students.
He didn't listen to warnings. What else did he do wrong? He wanted to take the easy way out. If you just waited 5 days, he would come get the ransom and maybe you would survive. But you wanted to take a shortcut. Just give them the money. But you have to think. Not everything happens the way you think it's going to happen. You only think of one outcome. There might be other outcomes that are dangerous. So smart people will think more than one outcome. You know what I mean? Many people think there's only one outcome, the good or bad, but there's many possible ones. So before you do something, make sure you consider various outcomes. This is what they call impermanence. There's so many things that can happen, you have to prepare for it before you make a decision. And what's the other lesson of the story? Having a lot of money is not actually a good thing because it creates greed in people, and people will steal, fight, and kill for greed. So learn to have enough, not too much, not too little, because if you have too much, it could be very dangerous for you. Understand? Sadhu? Okay.